Sign up for WynnBET Sportsbook at WYNNBet.com today using promo code BlueWire to get up to $1,000 toward a risk-free sports bet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, Alphonse Sidney, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
Heat win, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The triumphant return of hangover time after a huge preseason win. I mean, it's the biggest win of the season. Listen, after what we've gone through as South Florida sports fans, between the Hurricanes, the Marlins, the Dolphins, it was nice to see a team win, see a team dominate. Yes, it doesn't count, but who gives a shit? We don't care. We're out here drinking. We're doing hangover time. I'm your host, Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome back in. We are so excited to have you guys back with us. We've been pumped about this for way too long, like way too excited for a preseason game, but who gives a shit? Here it is. So just getting into the game, I want to get through this real quick. I want to get back to everybody. I want Brass to take me. I want to see what everybody's drinking. But there's a few things that I took away from this game. I don't care about the win. I'm joking around. Like, who cares that they won a preseason game? But there were some important things that we saw, especially from the starting lineup. The most important thing that I saw is that this team looks like a team that had an offseason. Yeah. Like, they look like a team that had some months off, that had a training camp, have had some scrimmages. They look refreshed. Like, I have not seen this team look this spry running up and down the floor in a long-ass time. Why? Because, as we know, they are not even a year removed from their finals. Like, it's wild to think about. Like, put that shit, wrap your mind around the fact that the Heat have played a preseason game in less than a year from their final appearance 2 seasons ago. It's wild, first of all. So they looked mad rested, right? The second thing I will say is Kyle Lowry out here, and it's not just Kyle. I don't know if it's Kyle. It's spread to the rest of the team. They are getting that pick and roll, and they're sending Bam downhill. Instead of Bam sitting at the elbow, looking around what to do next, not looking at the rim, like trying to, looking for a dribble handoff, they're getting to that pick and roll, and Bam is going downhill. And whether it be Kyle, and you saw Tyler Hero tonight, my God. Like, Tyler was just like, oh, wow. You going to cover Bam? Floater. Hit me with a drip drop real quick, Moose.
Gotta hit him one time with a drip drop. Season Perfect. 2, yo. We back.
But, I mean, Tyler was just bang hitting that floater, like, every single time. Like, you going to cover Bam on the pick, on the roll? Boom, floater. It's like he perfected that shot just to go with Bam, right? And then my last big takeaway is that they look like a tougher, bigger, more physical team with PJ Tucker in the lineup, even Markieff Morris coming in, and they just look like a more physical team than we saw last year. Like, last year, there was a lot of times I'm looking at Trevor Ariza getting thrown around by shooting guards. Love Trevor Ariza to death, bro. But you ain't a big, my man. Like, and they were, we just looked, and Bam looked smaller. We just looked softer in the interior. Tonight, I saw a tougher team. I saw a team getting into passing lanes consistently. I saw a team swatting at loose balls, going after rebounds, getting rebounds in traffic. Shit that I've not seen in a minute since Jay Crowder was in the Heat uniform, to be honest with you. So go ahead, take me out, Brass. Like I said, listen, guys. Welcome back, everybody, by the way.
We're back.
Let's go.
Everybody looking good.
Like the first day of school.
I know, right? Y'all looking fresh. I should have got a haircut for this shit, but it's preseason. I'll get a haircut for the regular season. I didn't get no haircut for no preseason. You know what I'm saying? I got to Zelle that man. That money comes out right away.
Instant, right?
Instant. It's instant. It's not like Venmo. I got a little time to play
5
with.
Minutes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'll put something on it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, Zelle come out right away. So, I got to wait a little bit. I can't get my haircut for preseason against the Hawks. But listen, that's a good showing against a really, really good Hawks team. We saw that team last year. That is a conference finals good team, and I mean, I think they showed out. So we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna find out what everybody's drinking. I also want to hear a quick takeaway, like the most important thing you saw tonight, even if you repeat my stuff, you know what I mean? Or, you repeat I want to hear your favorite thing from tonight's game, because we back, guys. Like, we're back. Like, listen, we slogged through a bunch of Eastern Conference playoff games. We made the most of it. We had some great content coming out of it, but I wanted to watch Miami Heat basketball again, and I got it tonight. So I'm super excited. Brass, let's find out what everybody's drinking. I'll go first. I'm having, I don't know if you guys see that. That's the Haitian rum Barbancourt.
Oh, yeah.
That's
good stuff.
as we call it in Haiti, 5 étoiles. That's 5-star. That's 8-year age. I don't have the money for that 15-year age. Not all the time. Now, we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to just do that for a preseason game. Like, they get to the finals, I might have one for every show. You know what I mean? But preseason, we ain't doing all that.
Just dead by the end.
Yeah. Well, no, listen, that shit is delicious, by the way. And just having it right on the rocks. You don't listen, if you're drinking Haitian rum, stop putting Coke in that shit, man.
Grow up.
Grow up. All that extra sugar, have a hangover next day. Come on, I care about y'all.
It's hangover
and if you do have a hangover, use H-proof and use the code.
You're gonna have a hangover.
I forget what the code is. Anyway,
we'll tell you later in the season.
Moose, what are you drinking tonight?
Okay, it's the first day of school. We're all back. I had to go get a special, big one. The monkey shoulder.
Damn.
Now, I've already been putting in some work, as you can see, so I'm going to have to buy another one soon. But you got to give the people what they want. Shades Fitty, I see you in the chat. Got to hit them one time with a drip.
Love it.
Yo, Moose, I'm going to start calling you liverwurst.
Actually, I like that.
Wait, did Moose give us his favorite thing about the game?
No,
I'm going to give you that right now. Now, as you can imagine by the shirt, it would be easy for me to go with Tyler, but I'm going to be talking about him a lot tonight, so I'm going to save that one. Honestly, the best and most important thing was rest. I mean, you see what a real offseason does, especially for some of these younger guys who did not get that time to work on their game and come back with something new, put on some extra muscle. Even Bam, like everybody just needs more than 24 hours to just, get their stuff out of the bubble, see their kids for 5-10 minutes, and then get back into an NBA game. No, they had some real off-season time to work, and it's beautiful. They're recharged.
It was honestly, they looked fast.
Yep.
And how many times we
Too
say
fast.
this team looked fast? Okay, sometimes too fast. But how many times did you say this team looks fast last year?
Never.
How do we ever?
Walking
I
backwards.
can say with a Haitian accent. Barbancourt, okay, not Barbancourt. Barbancourt, 5 étoiles. Tiff, what are you drinking, and what was your biggest takeaway from the night?
What's up, y'all? Good to be back. Just sipping. Got a little, just a little Tito's with a little lime. Got a early morning. But takeaway, early offense, early and often. Bam getting down the court.
For saying that shit.
Yes.
Easy looks, easy touches for Bam. That is what we've been begging and praying for. That's number one. Number two, this team scored 125 points without Jimmy. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So there is offense to be found within these players.
And honestly, the early offense, man, what a takeaway. Like, it didn't need to happen with 22 seconds left in the clock. 22 seconds left, and we're getting we're getting a Bam fadeaway because he couldn't find a dribble handoff. Mm-hmm. Brass, what are you drinking tonight? And what was your favorite, your takeaway, your favorite thing about the game?
Well, tonight I am drinking something. I have had this on the show before. I am drinking a Toronto. Which is some Canadian rye whiskey, some Fernet Branca, some bitters, some simple syrup.
Wait, what was that last one? Bitters?
Some bitters.
Bitters?
Yeah,
Toronto's,
because they're a little bit. Wait, let me try this. You know what? No.
Okay.
It needs some fucking culture. I'm gonna put some Bacardi in this shit because we're finally bringing some culture to fucking Kyle, who looked like a fucking beast, transform this team. Did you know he could score a basketball? I had no idea. He could pass.
I know he could pass. He seems like
I never seen him do this shit before. It's
amazing.
incredible.
So
Oh my
slim in that
god.
heat. Oh.
So good. Looking thin already.
Oh my god, looks like he's lost at least 48 pounds.
Just a little bit of culture, and there he
All
is.
out the ass.
Incredible.
Well,
So-
I mean, that pick and roll, you could tell that was Pat Riley influence.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and my takeaway is this team has fight in them again. This team is exciting. I understand it's preseason. I'm not going to get, overly excited. But the way they look, the grit that they showed tonight without Jimmy Butler is exciting. It's exciting. And but I think rest is a major part of it. Rest is going to be the fucking sixth man of the year this year.
Yeah.
If not Tyler.
If not Tyler, right.
G, what are you drinking and what was your biggest takeaway?
I haven't said
Listen,
much.
G,
I haven't
honestly,
said much
wait,
to start the
before, let's first round of applause for G, seeing Kyle Lowry in a Heat uniform.
Big day for
I
me.
mean,
This is what dreams are made of.
everything's coming up, G, this year.
Wait,
Go ahead.
we got to show G when in Kyle's first press conference here. We got to play this again.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I just want to get out there and be able to do my job at a high level, and try to take this organization back to a level where it once was, and get back to the finals where they were a couple years ago, and get some championship.
Oh my God, there's gonna be so much
Brass,
G
you
nipple
need
on
some
this
like
show.
that '90s R&B, like yeah.
Listen,
Take you one time, girl.
I've been pretty quiet to start the show. What am I drinking? I opened it during the game. A little bottle of Moichandon.
Love it.
Right from oh my God.
Yeah, no, I remember my first sip of alcohol.
Yeah.
Straight out of the bottle. The good stuff for Kyle.
Nice,
I opened
Jay.
the bottle of Dom when he came. I finished another bottle when they win the championship. Let me tell you something. All you motherfuckers out there, you owe me an apology. I took so much shit for years.
Do it, G.
They scored 70 goddamn points in the first half. You saw that shit. When they do that last time? When's the last time you saw that shit? They moved the ball. They had a guy going to the rim. People who want. He gave KZ confidence. KZ went to the rim and knew what he wanted to do. Who's ever done that? Tell me. Who the fuck's ever done that?
Yeah, you're right. Not Kendrick Nunn, G.
He threw Bam a lob and it kind of went to Bam's hands. Bam's not used to that. He has to
From a
reach
point
out.
guard.
Like
From
he's
the point
Odell
guard.
Beckham.
Like, oh shit.
Bam realizes that he doesn't have to play wide receiver. He can just play basketball, run the fucking floor. 70 points in the first half. My guy scored 5 points and it didn't matter. He fucking dominated the Eastern Conference finalists. Put them on their ass. Trae Young and his little fucking lollipop hair. Bottom of the couch. Kyle Lowry's fat ass sat on it. Fuck out of here. This is game 1 of 80 of a bunch. They're gonna win so many games. I'm not scared of James Harden. I'm not scared of Kyrie Irving, who may not even play basketball this season. I'm not scared of Kevin Durant. I've seen them kick Giannis's ass without Kyle Lowry. What the fuck do you think happens when Kyle's here? Even 4, not even 5. I'm sorry. The Lakers got worse. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of any of these people. Fuck out of here, man.
Yes, G.
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
Man, taking
There you go.
My man.
3 laps all season.
Love you, G.
All season.
I'm sorry, Siobhan. I should have put him last, man.
it's
I
fine.
should have did that.
No, I want to give a shout
All
out to
that.
our subs real quick. We have Vane Hype. We have Eric the Great. We have Dolphin. We have so many. It's hard. to
Thank
even
you,
think.
guys.
Yes.
You guys make this happen. Like we keep the lights on because y'all. So respect. We appreciate it.
Thank you. All the fans, all the subscribers, you guys. Honestly, you are the fucking best. We don't do this shit without you. We would. It would just not be as fruitful. And we probably wouldn't have as many people on the show every night. Siobhan, what are you drinking and what was your biggest takeaway?
Preseason, got some Luna Nuda here, a Pinot. And I'll give a quick two. I think coupled with the health, what the versatility of this roster is. Like just with the people who are active and playing now. That's not, Jimmy didn't play. We gave them 70 points in the first half, and there's still a guy out there somewhere recovering from a properly done surgery named Vic, and not even gonna touch on that too much, but just the possibility of all of the different variations of offense that they can run. And two, the kind of difference. Duncan's shot attempts were different for me than what they have been, and I think they just stood out for me a little bit. He's not flying off DHOs and sprinting into all of these off-balance jump shots. He's getting good catch and shoot looks. Not that he didn't get them last season, but I think he gets a heftier portion this season, and maximizing that helps maximize the offense, which is built to help maximize that now. So I think they look good.
I like what you said about Duncan. I don't know if he's going to score as much as he did last year, but I think he's going to be more efficient than he was last year because you saw they didn't run a lot for him.
They're not going to have to.
They're not going to have to, right? He's not going to lead the lead in miles run because he has to fly over 6 staggers in one possession.
I really, really want to get to Tyler Hero because, listen, it's a preseason game. I'm not going to go crazy over it, but nobody has been harder on Tyler Hero than this show and me in particular. Right. But before I even get
that cereal is
that
cereal is older than Tyler himself. What the fuck? How are you still eating that?
You gotta stop, bro. That's
so worth it. Can I say something? Okay.
Did you ever
a lot of high fructose corn syrup.
He never closed the box.
I was gonna, I never did, because I have faith in drip drops.
There must be like bug legs in there,
and it's finally paying off. Hold on, it's taking me like 1,000,000 bites to chew down one. So here's the thing. That was a little bit Kevin Hart. So here's the thing. Okay. I was gonna wear the no numbers, fuck them numbers Tiff shirt today in honor of my girl, but then the game started. Okay, because I was like, it's preseason, it doesn't matter. Fuck that. This means everything right now, okay? This guy was amazing tonight. Did you see him? Not only did he come back with some muscle, he came back with a little bit more attitude, a little bit more grit. I think Brass said it earlier. The entire team needed to be slapped in the face last year. They came back with a mission this year. They came to play. UD was obviously in his ear. You can see Tyler just embodied the culture all off season, lifting and shooting and drip dropping. Thank you, Brass. Take me out. I'm so happy right now.
That floater. Listen, man. I'll get back to Tyler, but that floater's part of the game.
That's a big deal.
On Bam picking rolls and Bam going downhill, and you don't know who to guard, and he's like, and Tyler's making good decisions. That floater's a monster.
But see, here's the thing. Shy and I talked about that all last season. That part of the floor has been open for them in every game, every single game, and no one can take advantage of it. None tried to.
Right.
Yeah, and he was the most successful at it.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's a problem.
What a lot of them, Tyler and Goran would do a lot of times, but they would do a step back little midi from the free throw line extended or even in the paint instead of just leaning into that floater because they just didn't have it. Tyler didn't have it in his bag like that last year. I'm not going to say he's got it in his bag because I need to see it for more than one preseason game. But before I go back into Tyler, because there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about, but I want to ask y'all, when's the last time you see Bam play an entire game, first half, right?
Yeah.
And not switch out on the guards every other play.
Alf, to me, that was the most important thing of tonight.
Yeah.
They had a guy that Lowry was able to fight over screens all night. They put him on Trae Young to start. So, and that was a matchup. Alf, if you remember, back in the day when we did a watch party at Sports Grill Kendall, we got in a massive argument because of the way Bam was switching onto Trae Young, and you were like, "Why the fuck is he doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, because they have no choice."
Yeah.
Right. So you put him in these compromising positions that they were giving up 1 million offensive rebounds. This was years ago. So it's funny that this is a matchup. That's when it became really apparent that they're just going to be like, "Okay, we're just going to switch Bam out to these quick guards," and they kept him in a drop. It let guys kind of play the passing lanes. You saw a lot of guys. Tyler got his hands on deflections on a lot of balls. That's not something Tyler Hero does.
Yep.
Right? Because you get Bam as a drop man, is your last line of defense, can play free safety, can kind of disrupt things, and you know that Kyle's going to be a bulldog up top at the point of attack. So it really just settles your defense in, and that's even without Jimmy, right? Who's just a hawk.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the bit to me, the offense or whatever. I think that that's yet to be seen. I mean, they obviously had a great game, but the defense. is what's going to be like top 5. They're gonna win. Whatever they do, it's going to be off the back of their defense, which is just going to be absolutely insane.
Tiff, one of my notes when I was writing during the game, it was the passing lanes ain't safe.
No, because everybody had an arm out. Everybody had, all the way down to the bench players, Strus, all of them. They were all in the lanes. They were all active. They were moving. This is it. Like Jimmy is Jimmy, and not to take anything away from Jimmy, but like sometimes you need someone to call the shots that's used to calling the actual shots on the floor. If you know exactly what I mean, because I don't think when Jimmy comes back, Kyle's going to have the ball 100% of the time. A lot of that offense is going to run through Jimmy because you can't just have him standing at the 3-point line. But when it's crunch time, they got a guy who can speed it up, slow it down, get everybody in position, who runs, who dribbles with his head up, which is unheard of. He's the catalyst for the offense and the defense, if you notice, because if he's fighting through hard screens, there's no excuse for Tyler or anybody all the way down to KZ. There's no excuse. One of your oldest players is out there locking people up. So there's no excuse as to why you just can't give full effort.
Bon, I'm watching Kyle. The way he goes through screens, you either going to call a foul on a defender or you got to let him go by. Like I'm watching him. I'm like, I don't know if it's ass or what it is. Like he put that thing on their thigh and get over that motherfucker. And like you're going to foul him or you have to let him go over the screen. Like I'm watching this and love Goran to death. You know, Kendrick Nunn out there fooling the shit out of Lakers fans. Love those guys. I hope they flourish in their new environments. They weren't doing that, man. Yeah. They just weren't.
Yeah.
Floor general.
It's the combination of the floor general, the speed that Kyle can get around them, even with being as hefty as he is, and just the knowledge, right? Like being comfortable navigating in those areas, wanting to come in and help get guys in positions to maximize what it is that they do. You know, a true point guard. Again, not that Goran wasn't, not that we still don't know what Kendrick is. The ass may very well be the difference. Floor, center, and gravity, harder to get through.
Well, you know.
But
okay,
yeah,
basketball talk.
It's
NFL football is finally back, and there's no need to exhaust yourself searching all over the internet to find NFL tickets anymore, because TickPick, that's TickPick, is the original no-fee ticket site and the only one that you'll need for your go-to NFL tickets. TickPick got rid of all those awful service fees that all those other ticket sites charge, which lets them guarantee the best price on all their NFL tickets. Don't believe it? If you can find better prices for the same seats on another ticket site, TickPick will give you 110% of the difference in the purchase price. And you know I've already used TickPick. We have the Atlanta Hawks coming into Miami to play the Dolphins. I have a friend of mine coming into town, and you know we have to have our chance to win an Atlanta Sports Moment Meltdown live. So we got on TickPick. We got our stuff. We're ready to go. I'm excited. Now just visit tickpick.com/heatbeat today and use the promo code HEATBEAT to save $10 off your first order on NFL tickets.
It's really nice to see, and again, if they're able to, as they keep working and keep getting used to one another, all the different looks and things that they can get out of just simple coming off screens of penetration.
The last thing before Jesus Christ, G.
Mid-season form.
Oh my God.
It's a new season. It's a new season.
But
Mid-season form.
Before we get, because I want to get to Bond's breakdowns, because I think we're doing a lot good. Okay, G, you got something?
No, I want to. I mean, we've had so many subs tonight.
Oh, shout out to subs.
Yeah. Young Snap 69, nice. Mr. Robot 561, Unexpected Teacher, Hayden Hughes, Alf. You gave a few. Vane Hype. Eric the Great has given like
I did
15 tonight.
Oh,
Eric, great.
Damn, Eric.
Shout out.
So good, man.
All right, here we go, Moose.
Christian
Hold on, I gotta line it
Hernandez
up.
has given out like 10. It's Mac Pro. So, dude, tons of people.
We love you guys,
What
man.
great
We
support.
don't say it
First
enough.
game of the season,
Yeah.
One
Well,
time
partly
for the
because
chat,
the
we had
StreamYard
missed
chat
you
doesn't show them all the
so
time,
much.
but
It doesn't.
Thank you,
I'll get to
everyone
that
that
shit.
supports. Hit them one time, drip drop.
That barbacoa is smooth, bro. We'll tell you.
Yum.
If Haitians do one thing right, we can make some fucking rum. One thing before we get into Bonds breakdowns, because I feel like we got some real good, like heavy basketball talk going, which I forget we are good at. The problem is we haven't had good Heat basketball to talk about in a long time.
the Hottie Awards were any indication. Shout out to Joey, 4-time champ.
Thanks to everyone who watched that, by the way, man. That was fun. That was a lot of work, but that was
Honestly,
awesome.
If you guys, let me just plug it real quick. If you guys are watching on YouTube or you're watching on Twitch, go to the YouTube channel, look up the Hottie Awards. I think it's 2 or 3 videos ago. Like we did, it was 2 hours, but you could skip around. We did the best of it, Hangover time over the first season, and honestly, it was a fantastic time. It was a really good time. But one thing, Siobhan, before you get into your breakdowns, one thing we talked about a lot last year was a lack of toughness and presence inside.
Yeah.
Right. And I know me and G had this argument on Heat Beat about whether PJ Tucker is a big. I'm sorry. I watched PJ Tucker again tonight. Like I watched him his career. He's a big. He plays like a big. That motherfucker takes up space. He lets everybody know he's there. And it's such a difference between watching Bam and PJ down there fighting for rebounds than Bam and, let's say, Trevor or Bam and Iggy. Like, and then when you had Bam and Morris or Morris and Dedmon, they just felt like a tougher, more physical team. And I'm like, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, finally, you're making them feel you a little bit.
Yeah, they're different types of size, right? So Trevor kind of gives you a lanky, little bit more wiry, kind of some height, size in that dimension. I don't know how tall PJ is, but it's
6'5".
He doesn't even look 6'5"
No.
because he's so maybe subjective, but he's so stocky, right? So he gives you more of that grit. He gives you more toughness. He gives you more body to bang around and to throw around into guys on the boards. He is thick, Carla Tiana. He's not able to be thrown about like we saw, like you said, a Trevor or Iggy. And for what he doesn't have in height, his weight and the aggressiveness and the way that he plays allows him to play against people who have a bit more height on him, but might not have the physicalness with him. So it's the different pairings of size. Bam being bigger absolutely helps. And should help for the long run. But you're right. He is not a traditional big. He's not a guard. He's not even kind of your tween wing forward. Like he's solidly, I guess, a modern NBA forward, and he will do well for what we need him to do. And he's active. He was very active.
Yeah.
So I hopefully that progresses or stays. He hurt his groin, but early season injuries. So.
Put him on ice. But
I wouldn't play him after this. I wouldn't.
His groin stay hurt. I mean, he's hurt.
No, he's an old guy. So I will say, Dos Minutos of the Deuces, and he had the story first, by the way. He'd like everybody to know, and he's also been saying it for years. Said, and I actually agree with this. Heat fans are gonna hate PJ Tucker for the whole season until the playoffs. Like in the regular season, they're gonna hate him, and they're gonna love him in the. So honestly, I don't like to give the Deuces credit. To be honest with you, I never want to give them credit. And honestly, fuck them. Don't listen and subscribe to their podcast. But I will give Dos that 1 point. That was pretty good.
True.
You said you had something, Moose?
No, I was saying that I agreed with that. I can absolutely see hating PJ Tucker for a little bit during the regular season. He's gonna have a little injury there, a little injury there. He might go 1 for 20 for like.
If you get mad at regular season PJ Tucker, what are we doing?
Yeah,
bro?
what are you doing?
Right, exactly.
I have been so much madder at players recently in recent years.
You're new here. If you don't know what PJ Tucker is going to be trash for most of the season. Like, let's just put it out there.
Yeah, trash is a bit much.
No, there are going to be games he's certified trash.
We're gonna have our regular season frustrations, but that's what that is. Regular season.
Let me tell you something, Moose.
4 more missed free throws next.
We call this shit like we see it on Hangover Time. We are not afraid to say that dude is going to play like trash for about 64 games this season. And then he's going to miss.
And we are not afraid
don't say
to,
that.
And we
but
are not,
last season, until he got to the Bucks, he ain't have a good year at all.
True, but we
He
are
was real
also
bad.
not afraid to replay that clip of Alf saying that.
Oh, yeah,
over
we
and
will
over
play that
if
again.
He kicks ass for the first 64 games of the season.
Flip it.
So yeah, can't wait. Win.
So since we are back with the Miami Heat season and we're back to what we like to do, we are going to get into one of our favorite segments, and that's Bond's Breakdown. Let's go, Bond.
Oh, hold up. Let me break it down so it can forever and consistently be broke.
Before we get going here, I think 4 offensive clips. The first 2 are just some general offense, some motion. And then the last 2 is a little bit of Tyler Love. Go ahead, Brass. I think, the opening possession.
Look at that.
It's glorious.
It's a vision.
I love it. All right. When I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of one of the things they did last season when we started rolling. So during kind of that West Coast strip or stretch of games last season, let it run one more time. They were doing a lot of like pinning across the lane, dunking. I can't even focus on the play. Yes, we need to fix the fans.
I need a new picture then.
We'll work on it. But yeah, so I like the motion. Duncan's coming across, pause, this back screen for Bam flying out. Duncan's going to fly out, and just even right here, there are a few other things that they could do with this, some other screens that they could send Duncan off of, have Kyle setting. They don't. It's cool. First possession, go ahead. And we see Bam start the game, not unlike he started games before. But this decisive, definitive, what he wanted, gave him a half a step, went straight up, it was smooth. It looked really good. The second one is fairly similar, different pieces in different places. So you have, what is this? Oh yeah, Caleb and Duncan in that same area that Bam started out. I think that's twin in the corner, left Twix. Twin, Markeith is left Twix, Caleb is right Twix. That's the last time I'm gonna say it.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
Let it roll, Brass. Pause. Duncan sets a great screen. I think it's nice if Duncan learns how to use his body, and if this defender is a little shorter, while that ball is still in Bam, Duncan could be dunking in. That could be a layup. He sets a good screen. Caleb comes down, go ahead. Same thing here. You end up with Kyle and Duncan in an elbow area with another opportunity for some screening motion, and then some things happen down there. I think that's when Caleb got hit in the head. I didn't even see that happen. And then the last 2 are just a little bit of Tyler stuff. He looked really, really good. I think the areas that he played really well in tonight are going to be paused. They were open for him and are going to be open for him more consistently, that floater. But the strength that he put on allows his balance to be so much better. And he looks a lot less frantic. He looks a lot less panicked in his handle, in his just body control. He comes off the screen, go ahead, his dribble, his handle is tighter, and he just, even in the traffic, when he was doing all of that with the ball, I felt like he felt confident. And I know I was. I'm sure. I think that's important for him. And the last one is Tyler again. He catches it. He's going to go into a pump fake and get a little bit off balance, pause. But even in that up and him coming down, his body is controlled. This could have been an easy travel, a frenetic, mental mishap. He could have, moved this left foot, but he did. His presence feels bit more mature, a bit more control, a bit more poised, and just stronger, more confident. And I think, go ahead, you can let it roll. And I think that, along with whatever else he's added to his bag, does a lot for them throughout the entirety of the season. That's it. That's all I got.
Nice.
I missed that, man. I missed when it was. I missed going over Heat plays, and I missed this segment as well. And I think a lot of the chat and our fans missed this segment.
Give it to him.
The Hottie Award winner for best imaging.
Two-time Hottie Award winner.
Two-time Hottie Award winner.
The king.
Oh.
Deadman's Garage. Let's go.
My favorite though is that old black man that work on everybody's car in the black neighborhood. You know, you need a little carburetor fix or something, you go to him, he be talking to you whole time with his just hanging off his lip. What you got there now? What you got? Yeah, bring that back around here about 4 o'clock. There ain't no goddamn problem. I'll put a carburetor on there for you. I used to work out the plant 15 goddamn years. I'll put a carburetor on there for you. Just bring me back a pair. Boy, you know what, boy? You look like your goddamn daddy. You don't look like you leave.
Slow is just right if you're on vacation, a sloth, or describing QuickBooks. More like slow books. It sucks you in and slows you down with manual processes, integration difficulties, and glitchy delays that leave you scrambling for the numbers you need. Now is the time to make the switch to NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 financial system, because NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. It's everything you need to grow, all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time, no matter how big your business grows. Failing to switch to NetSuite will leave you stuck trying to make sense of your books while your competitors sprint ahead. 93% of surveyed businesses increased visibility and control since switching to NetSuite. And right now, special financing is back. NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind financial program only for those ready to switch today. Head to netsuite.com/bluewire right now. Get special financing at netsuite.com/bluewire. One more time, netsuite.com/bluewire.
It's a cigarette that sticks out of his mouth.
All the Deadmans in
really
the chat.
ties it together.
I'm really enjoying that.
Can you give me the tagline for this segment one more
Your
time, please?
favorite mechanics.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Deadman.
Okay, so we got to play Mr. Deadman doing Mr. Deadman things. Go ahead, Brass. Here we go. On your bitch ass. So
Leo ran all the way down with him and then left.
That's what I
dove in, dove out.
But so here's this is why Jalil Okafor is on his 19th team in 4 seasons. Like, what are you doing? But anyway, what I like about Mr. Deadman here, and what we always say about Mr. Deadman, is that he does the common sense shit for a 7-foot motherfucker. Like, he runs to the front of the rim, has his hand up the whole way, and is asking for the ball. Now, what would happen last year is Kelly Olynyk was the backup 5. He would have flared out to the corner. He would have flared out to the angle 3. He would have never run to the front of the rim like this with his hands up. And then, not to mention, my man didn't go for no hook shot. No push shot. My man said, I'm going to dunk the shit out this motherfucker. And he did. On your bitch ass. Like, it's just, honestly, the second unit was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Now, I'm also, listen, the Hawks were missing 3 key players, 2 starters. So I'm not going to go too crazy, but I will say that I thought they were better defensively than I thought they would be. I think they have 5 NBA players off the bench. I don't know when the last time I could say that was. Everybody who's been to the scrimmages, who watch Heat practices, say Gabe Vincent's a different player this year. And if Gabe Vincent can be a decent NBA backup point guard. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. I'm talking about decent. Yes, Fez Butter, on your bitch ass.
He was a marquee player for us last year.
Yeah, he was. Gabe Vincent was on the marquee last year. But if Gabe Vincent can be a decent backup, Max Strus looks like an NBA player this year, right? And then you have Caleb Martin, you have Markieff Morris, you have Tyler Hero, and you have Dwayne Dedmon. Like, you have a bench that can get you to when Vic gets back.
They're way short. I think that they have the foundation, like what you're saying, of like they have the backup center really shored up. I do think they still need a backup point guard. I mean, I've heard the guys look great in practice with Michael Beasley and Rodney McGruder and Joe Green.
No one ever said Rodney McGruder looks great.
Right.
No one's ever said that. He was really scrappy. He went after every loose ball.
We've heard practice player.
Preseason Rodney. No,
in the preseason, I think G's right. In the preseason, we were saying.
Preseason Rodney. Preseason Rodney's built different.
What I will say is I'm not going to get ahead of myself.
Imagine if preseason Rodney were on the Lakers, they'd be going fucking. They'd be hanging him in the fucking rafters. These Laker fans.
Did you see that Laker fans were like gassing up Kendrick Nunn and he had like
we saw that
5 points.
It was 9 points in a preseason loss.
9 points on 10 shots.
The experience.
Listen, I don't want Kendrick Nunn to fail.
They're so used to Kobe doing that anybody just shoots inefficiently from the field.
Oh my God, too soon, bro. Too soon.
It's not too soon.
It's not.
It's not.
We gotta let it rip.
Like at some point, come on.
We gotta come back eventually, man. That's so reliable.
That's not Miss Jenkins. Nobody can say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins.
Oh Lord, don't say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins. I ain't what the gospel though. You ain't heard that.
Only Heat fans would like be on a fucking pregame show drinking out of Moët Chandon bottle because they won a fucking preseason game against the Hawks without 3 other.
Also,
starters.
only this show would be quoting Old and Living's color sketches. And me and Tiff over here like, Tiff thought she was gonna throw that out there, and I wasn't gonna catch it. I'm over here like this. Odell Beckham with that motherfucker. I got it.
Guys, I got to play one little soundbite of John Crotty tonight because Trae Young went down with a little bit of an injury at one point, and then he's back at it again. People, Crotty is back. Listen to this.
Looks like he might have gotten that knee in his left thigh there, and Charlie horse type situation.
He's in mid-season form.
He did that shit on purpose. He knows it. He knows the deal.
Oh, he knows.
You know what I'm noticing now too? Like whenever people say situation, just in every other aspect of life. Like whenever I heard the word,
sometimes I do it and I stop myself because I don't want to be like Crotty.
His new
NFL
one.
commentators do it all the time. I'm like, you watch
what I noticed towards the end of last year, and he started doing it again. Y'all watch for how many times he says action.
Oh, is that?
Because
that's the season 2 version.
Yeah, I think
John Crotty bingo card.
It's his Tyler Hero floater. He expanded the bag. So now
everybody's got to come back with something new.
Exactly. I mean, there's an off season for a reason, Moose. You know what I mean? So this dude came back with the action. I heard action so many fucking times tonight. So it's action. He also keeps doing the situation, but y'all watch out for action.
Do you think he's doing like a high level bit?
I think so.
At this point,
I mean,
if there has to be
he's aware of it
that he is good at, and if this is it. Then, we'll take it.
Do you think he jokes with people at his country club?
Country club.
Oh boy.
Maybe at the Y.
Watch out, Johnny.
Am I flying too close to the sun?
I mean, for the preseason, maybe.
Mar-a-Lago. Anyway, my wife she doesn't watch a lot of Heat games with me, and she was watching today. She was like half on her phone, half paying attention, and after a while, she's like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "The guy he just keeps saying nothing." And I was like, "John Crotty?" She's like, "Yeah." I don't know. She's like, "I don't know," but that guy, the one. He's like, "No, there's one guy giving you a bunch of information, and there's another guy saying nothing." I was like, "Okay, the information guy is Eric Reed. The nothing guy is Crotty."
Yeah.
And she literally said, "It sounds like someone had, those AI programs that you just feed a bunch of basketball,
like the robot that talks like on TikTok videos and shit."
Yeah. So Tyler Hero floater mid-range situation. Yes.
Hey,
Sweet
yeah,
Smolder. That was my wife of the season.
My wife.
Got married in the off season.
My wife.
Situation.
Everybody works on their bag in the off season. I worked on my marriage bag.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. Well.
Alf, can I just
COVID.
touch on one thing? Since we are talking about the
Shout out to Lane.
commentary, I just want to put out there. I was actually listening to the radio call because I was really interested in seeing how Jax was going to do tonight.
Did you were you just like in your house listening to the radio call?
Well,
How do you
for
even
a
do
little,
that?
For a little while, I went out and I
how
drove
do you
around
do
to pick up some coffee and all that, and I was listening to it. And
But you got coffee in the middle of a heat game? You're working. You're on the clock.
I was listening to the radio call. I was doing
Honestly,
research.
G, you better not do per hour for these motherfuckers because you are in
Not
violation of labor laws.
True.
Listen, what I wanted to get to though was
Pay us a reasonable amount at least.
Yeah. I missed Jax
tipped
on
with that
TV, and it took him a little while to get he was calling the game the way he would on TV, which it wasn't descriptive enough for the radio. Now, with that being said, though, I did think it was really funny. He had some great calls when Tyler Hero made a play. He said, "Make sure you put your car in park." Yeah, got the ring on his finger and
A
everything.
rim. No, it's a rim.
That is a big motherfucking ring. On LSO, we said it's the only thing. It's the only thing on Earth besides the Great Wall of China you can see from the moon.
Well, you know.
What about Kyle Lowry's ass?
But no,
It ain't there no more.
This is
That
man-made.
it's gone.
Long time ago.
Long
Maddox
time
said
ago.
It looked like I used half a thimble from a Monopoly game and made a ring out of it. I hate them motherfuckers, man. LSO fucks up my self-esteem.
Did he tell you what he thought the potential of your ring was going to be?
I can't believe you didn't see that before. I put that up earlier.
I did not see.
I didn't see it.
I put it up. Nobody laughed. I was like, I thought that was funny. I thought
I missed that one.
Pouring a
Oh
drink.
my god! I was spit rum all over my carpet.
You did that last season.
Don't mix it with Coke.
All right, we got a guy who got out of the game. We got to change the subject.
Did you see the guy who somebody in chat said buns over none?
Yes, Carlitiano.
Carlitiano.
Love it.
Love to see it.
All right. Yeah, here's a guy got out of the game.
Royal said, "Fuck you, Schmeat."
Hey, Roy.
Oh, hold on, wait. Quick shout out to Royal Stepper.
We had just saw that.
That was late. I was like, "What are you guys laughing at?"
He just what? We're all like delayed here. What's going on?
Yo, shout out to Royal Shepherd in the chat who I thought it was funny that someone called Royal their OG, which I'm like, man, life comes at you fast.
Royal's like 32.
Right.
I'm like, he used to call you OG. So I'm like, man, Royal. Congrats,
the reason I got into the game.
Royal's great people.
Shout out, Roy. I love you though.
Love you, Royal.
Coming up, I used to watch Royal on the post up.
Royal was robbed
Yeah.
of a best guest appearance.
What is up? I am a huge Royal fan.
Oh man.
Let's get to it.
Oh, shout out to my
Do the Gaga, Alf. Do the Gaga.
Gaga. Let's go. We love you, Royal. Where's the play, Brad?
Yeah, say, do the fucking play, man.
I said Gaga. You gotta play the
Dude, what the fuck? You just say Gaga. You say that shit all the time. Here, start it over. Are you gonna do the play-by-play or no?
No, I'm like,
Please.
Okay, hold on, go back.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Brass, get that Smeathan comment real quick.
No,
Yes, please.
stop with the shit.
I wasn't gonna call for it, but it's great. Again, Royal, love you.
For the podcast audience.
Anytime you make an on Viv call, that's just gold.
Demetrius Holding says Royal is light skinned on Viv. Holy fuck.
Holy shit. There was our heart out, but yeah, do your Gaga.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we should have just cut it right there. But anyway, so Kyle Lowry, a Miami Heat point guard, learns how to throw a lob. There was not a point guard on the team since Tim Hardaway that could do that.
That is white
God.
chocolate disrespect.
Damn, that is nice.
No, but listen.
That's
I gotta see that again.
You know what's funny? We were looking at whoever's comments it was about Kyle pushing in transition. Good sport. We were talking about whoever's comments that was about Kyle transition, and we all were like, when the hell does Kyle ever push the ball? But you don't have to push and advance the ball with the dribble.
You know what it is?
These outlet passes that
Bond, he does not push the ball like a De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, hell
but
no.
we are just not used to a heat point guard grabbing the ball, turning around, and looking up immediately. And that's the thing that's so different between like watching Kyle play and watching. And as much as I love Goran, I never want this to come off as like Goran hate.
Nope.
But Goran, Kendrick, those guys were not looking up. The second, remember when Dwayne finally started playing with LeBron? He got the ball, immediately looked up for a streaker. Now you have a guy at 6'9", 200-something pounds in Bam Adebayo who's faster than any other big man on the floor. Yes, you should be looking up for him. And the only person that does that outside of Kyle was Jimmy.
Yeah.
So when Jimmy misses a bunch of time, it's just like you never get Bam just those easy buckets. And Moose, I know you want to say something. It's like finally, like Kyle's here getting Bam easy buckets. Like, thank you, finally, bro.
Well, you just made the point that exactly I wanted to make. We haven't had a point guard that has done that, and this is no shot at Goran because I think Goran would have done that had he came here and Dwayne wasn't the player that he was when Goran first got here. He was deferring a lot to Wade and letting Wade run the offense and find the tempo that is most comfortable for him, which is fine because he came in as second fiddle. I feel like the last point guard that we had that actually did that, and I'm going back to Jason Williams, that championship year. That was the last point guard that I felt like he got the rebound and immediately looked, what is the most efficient way of getting this ball immediately down the court? It would be a streaking Wade at the time and hit him right in stride. How did it get smaller? Well, you know, because I got more shit in here now. So I was making a great point there. Damn.
Moose Christian and I hung out the other day, and Moose didn't even invite me to his place. So like, yeah, we'll call you when we leave here. And I was like, God damn.
Well, because Christian was here, so then one of us would have had to step out.
I figured.
It's like a whole math situation.
Christian's a tall dude, so.
Well,
does he have to crouch when he's in there?
No, but he did have to like just kind of like
no.
Once he was in here, he was like kind of find a spot. He stood at an angle. You know?
The ceiling, the ceiling looks right at your head, and you're 4'11".
Excuse me, 4'11".
So, Brass,
chill.
Real quick, there was a request. There was a request. Brass, there was a request. I hope you're reading the private chat.
Yes.
In honor of the on Viv comment.
If you know, you know.
Sign up for WynnBET Sportsbook at WYNNBet.com today using promo code BlueWire to get up to $1,000 toward a risk-free sports bet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.